Chapter 4, The Show. Janie's birthday was in the early part of January, and for a treat each year she was always taken to London, to the zoo, or Madame Tussauds, or the Tower, or the Natural History Museum. "What shall we do for Janie's birthday outing this year?" her mother said. "Can you think of something a bit out of the ordinary?" "As a matter of fact, I can," Janie's father said. "What?" "Crufts." "Crufts dog show?" "Yes. Might be rather fun, don't you think?" "Which day?" "It's a 4-day show, I seem to remember." "Oh, the 4th day, I think." "Why?" "No, don't tell me, David. I can read you like a book. Great Danes are judged on the 4th day. That's it, isn't it?" "Well, yes. I know they're your favourite breed, Sally." "Not by any chance yours too?" "Well, yes. But I just thought it might be fun for Janie." "I see. Don't you think it might be a bit hard on the child? She may not be satisfied with an invisible Great Dane." "It isn't as if you had any intention of buying a puppy." "No," said her husband, "though I told Janie she could buy one." "You did what?" "I said that if she came along with £500 clutched in her hot little hand, then I wouldn't stop her buying a Dane puppy." "You say the stupidest things sometimes. Next thing you know, she'll be robbing a bank." "Well, shall we go to Crufts or shan't we?" "Ask Janie." "A dog show?" Janie said when the idea was put to her. "What dog show?" "Crufts, the biggest of them all. There'll probably be something like 20,000 dogs there altogether, of every breed." "Great Danes?" "Of course." "Harlequin Great Danes like Henry?" "Sure to be some, though they'll look a bit different from Henry." "Why?" "Well, you can't see him too well." "Can he come to Crufts?" "No." "Poor old boy," said Janie, fondling an invisible ear. "I'll tell you all about it afterwards." Apart from those old snapshots of Rupert, Janie had never, in her life, set eyes upon a Great Dane until that unforgettable day, shortly after her 8th birthday. They had walked into the Great Hall of Olympia and made their way past the judging of a whole lot of other breeds, terriers and collies and gun dogs and many more. And suddenly, there were the giants, a ring full of them. Black and blue, fawn and brindle and harlequin, they stood and showed themselves in all their majestic dignity. The judge was a little woman, small enough, it seemed to Janie, to have gone for a ride on any one of the great dogs whose points she was so carefully examining. Janie and her mother and father watched at the ringside as class succeeded class, and handlers stood their charges before the little judge, or walked or ran around the ring, the huge dogs striding out beside them. Tall men or short men, thin ladies or fat, old or young, they each had something in common, thought Janie, a great, big, beautiful Dane. "If only we could have one some day," she said to herself. A man beside them noticed the rapt expression on Janie's face. "Bet you wish you had a dog like one of those," he said with a smile. "Actually," said Janie, "I have. He's called Henry." "Imagine that," said the friendly man. "Henry's rather out of the ordinary," Janie's mother said. "Out of this world," said her father. They stayed and watched till the end of the judging, till the little woman had made her choice between best dog and best bitch. Both appeared equally beautiful to Janie. Every one of the Danes there, it seemed to her, was faultless. She couldn't see any difference between them except colour. But she desperately wanted the dog to win best of breed because, just by chance, he was a harlequin. And her wish was granted. "He's beautiful," Janey said. "Isn't he just?" They all were, weren't they just? Afterwards they went round the benches, and there he was with his rosettes and his prize cards and his proud owner. Janey pushed between a small crowd of admirers to get a closer look. The dog, she could see, knew just what a clever fellow he was. He had a kind of smile on his great face, and his long tail wagged slowly and majestically. "He's called Champion Lark Meadow Nobleman of Merlincourt," she told her parents. Gosh, what a mouthful. "But his owner called him Bob. I heard him." "That's better." "Funny thing though," said Janey. "What?" "He looks just exactly like Henry."